Hey, Daniel Lanier here with one of my favorite things to eat, a pomegranate. And one of the cool things about pomegranates, it's a great source of antioxidants and it's a really good snack. Really quick, grab a few and get it on the go. So it's one of my favorite things to eat. So one of the things that scares people from the pomegranate, from eating the pomegranate, is how do you get into it? How do you eat the fruit? How do you keep it neat? That kind of thing, because these seeds can kind of get all over the place. So we're going to go ahead and talk about how do you get into the pomegranate, how do you eat the fruit, and some techniques that I use to kind of keep it as neat as you can, let's say. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I put a towel down. So if the seeds start popping out, if I keep them on the counter, they tend to pop all the way off the counter. If I keep a towel down, they kind of stay on the towel. I'm going to actually use a couple towels here. So I'm going to lay one out flat on the counter. And then I just make a little border for the edge. So if they pop over, typically they'll stop right there. Get on the edge. All right. So let's get into this thing, and we're gonna go ahead. And the first thing you want to do is you're just gonna kind of cut around the top and cut the top off right here, and you'll be able to see the fruit. So we're just gonna kind of go around this edge, get in there, and you can see the juice like spilling out of these guys, and that's the other reason you kind of want to have a towel so you don't get this pomegranate stains all over everything. So once you get that, you can go ahead and just kind of pop that loose. Just pull that top off. And like I said, you can see the juice coming out, see the seeds popping out. It's great, good stuff. Then what you got left, you got this little guy right in here, and you can take this and just kind of cut around, and that'll pop right off. And if you look in here, you can see you have these veins, which are kind of like the sections of an orange. So you can see you got these sections right here, and that's what you're gonna cut to kind of separate the pomegranate. And just like I said, it's kind of like you're cutting an orange. Some of them are a little more defined, that you can actually see the veins a little better. This one's it's kind of tough to see some of them, but we'll get it. We'll get it going. Here's another pomegranate. This is a little different one, a little bigger. And I was talking about, doing the veins. Some people use the little edges to kind of define. So you'll see it's got like an indent here, right in here. Some people use that to kind of define the areas of pomegranate too. But I find with that, sometimes it gets a little, you can make too many areas. So I try to use the veins and try to do about four or five. You'll start to get an eye for where you actually want to cut. You'll start to get an eye for that going through once you do a few. But just wanted to show that sometimes you may see some videos where people actually use the segments on the sides, and that is one method that you could use. So if you find, well, whichever method works best for you, that's what you're gonna go with. All right. Cool. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna kind of lay your knife in here. You can use a smaller paring knife or something like that too, and because all you got to do is kind of score in here just a little bit, just like that. Here. Looks like this one starts over here. And it just takes a little practice. You'll get used to like finding the veins and getting them just right. Typically it's about 4, sometimes I've seen 5. Alright, so we got that all worked in there. These guys. Then once you get that, you can kind of put your thumbs in the middle and you just kind of peel it out. And there you go. Not too shabby, right? And like I said, you see I got seeds popping all over the place here. That's why you want to put the towel down, because it'll keep the seeds from going too crazy and keep your counter from getting stained. But you take this little skin stuff here, you're just gonna peel this, peel that right off. That just pops off. You just throw that out. Take the seeds out first. You're gonna take this stuff, and then you get to the fruit. Fill up a couple of containers with fruit. But that's pretty much it, how you're gonna do the pomegranate. So you're gonna peel the top, around the top, like I talked about. So you peel around the top, find your sections. Like I said, usually it's about 4 sections you're gonna find. Sometimes you'll see 5. But then put your thumbs in the middle, peel that back, and then you're just gonna go through and just start popping these little guys off. And that's the fruit right there. That's what you want, a little fruit. And then you can go ahead and eat them. They're great for putting them in smoothies too. You can put these guys in smoothies. They're a real good source of antioxidants, real healthy snack. So that's the pomegranate and getting into it and having a healthy snack. I'm Daniil Lanier. You guys have a good one. Thanks.